Hello everybody, this is Shine and I'm coming out with one such video which I have never done before on this channel, but this is what a lot of my viewers, the community members have been asking for me for a very long time, since I got promoted to Grandmaster and a lot of players who've been struggling to get past a certain hurdle in their ranked journey for Overwatch 2. But I wanted to prove something to myself, get to GM1 first before making one of these videos. Now I think I have some say over what the current situation in the SES server is. I have very rarely played in Europe. I have a very average kind of win percentage when it comes to Europe and Korea, because I don't enjoy playing on high ping. SES servers are the best suited for me. Again, even Bahrain servers are good for ping for me, but I don't play Bahrain because of very obvious reasons. A lot of you guys must have Bahrain blocked because it doesn't really, the server doesn't really appeal to me, while playing the game. That being said, this video will be very helpful for players who've been stuck in some kind of elo, which is below GM, anywhere below GM. This video will help everyone to get past certain hurdles 100%. I will try to focus on the character that I mainly play, which is Reinhardt, but some of the tips and tricks you can apply for any kind of tank heroes. I will not talk about DPS on this video at all, because I don't think my DPS is as good as it is right now. My DPS just isn't good for me to speak about it. But yeah, of course, like, I can give you the idea of how to climb on DPS, but I can't really play DPS because my aim sucks. That being said, we will directly go into the video and see how the process of ranking up works on especially the SES servers where I have played. This video is strictly on how I have climbed, and not how on how everyone else has climbed. This is my personal experience, my personal tips that I have followed for myself, and that's about it. I think this will definitely help you, because I think I'm one amongst all of you who are trying to climb, and I think if you're playing tank, I think this can help you out in certain ways, if not in all ways. So you can choose some of these pointers for yourself and then make some of your own, like I have done over the timeline of the last one and a half seasons. So let me get straight into the video and hit it. So this video will be very to the point, and how certain pointers will affect your gameplay. If not your entire gameplay, then some parts of your gameplay, and you can use these points as much as all of them or some of them to implement on your game style. So the first point, leaving aside everything else, just quickly get on with it. The first point, and there will be a video supporting every point that I make here. The first point is REIN is a DPS hero. How does that work? We'll just go into the video and we'll see. I'll give you a live commentary on how this works, and then we'll take it from there, and that's how it's gonna work. So the first point is, like, REIN is a DPS hero. So the main video is muted because I'll give you my live commentary over it, and then we can understand how the hero actually works, right? So here we see, like, we're going into a fight where I have no clue on what my DPSs are doing at this point of time, but I see a Doomfist who's pretty low. I want to charge him. I get a kill on him, kill the Zenyatta real fast, get possibly another kill if possible, so swing on the Mei, and then I actually go ahead and kill and finish the Mei. That is huge for the team. I got 3 kills and we have won the fight, which is kind of amazing because we were already in overtime, which was very skeptical. Now what we want to do is we want to hold this point. To hold this point, it becomes really tricky now, because they are going to come up with all the ults. Now I don't have my shatter ready. But I have to. But the realization will kick in right now when you have to see that how much effort or how much work your DPSs are putting in to get something. We see someone getting picked off early. Now the Doom has gone for my backline, so I have one way to go for their backline. I go for the pin and I connect the pin. That is pretty important, and I also get killed in the process. Now the idea was very simple, was to go for the backline. I went for the backline but didn't get the kill. I got the kill, and now I also got the res, which is kind of mercy. Like, mercy carried this fight, but you need that at some point of time, because the Doom already got a kill. You had to go for the backline. Now I will try and see what I can do. My team is like 3 down already. I get a charge, pretty amazing. I get a solo shatter, which is pretty amazing. again, now I've got 2 kills. Now what happens is my support is alive right now, right? And I'm getting the heat that is required. I get the kill on the Doom as well, which is pretty important. I'm kind of clutching it. Get one nano swing on the Murder. She dies somehow. And now we win the fight. So, that being said, Ryan, DPS hero, yes. Ryan, limits on what he can do, on what he should do. Pretty important to realize that when you're playing Ryan, when you're actually playing Ryan, you have to realize the situation, work it beforehand, and then do a certain amount of work. So couple of things that I saw there is like that Doom already went for my backline, and I had nowhere to go, or nothing. If I just stood there on point, I would just lose. So I went for their backline, got the Ana, and then things kind of evolved after that. Like the Mercy rested me, and then I came back and I clutched it, right? So you have to play Ryan as a DPS hero. If you think like a DPS would think at certain point of times, and then go ahead and pop off. You know, that is how mostly the game works. You know, that's about it. Point number 2, very essential, about ult economy. Ult economy is another thing that you need to worry about in certain games where, like, as like you have to care about economy, like, because there will be fights where your team will have no ults. There will be fights where team will have some ults. Where there will be fights where your team will have all the ults, and you have to realize that there will be situations similar as your team on the opponent team as well. There will be fights where they have no ult, there will be fights they will have minimum ult, where there will be fights they'll have all ult. You have to realize on how you can use this to your benefit, how you can bait out few ults of the enemy team, how you can use some of your ults to bait out all of their ults of the enemy team, and vice versa. What ult is important, what ult can cause you to win a game, to lose a game. So this next fight will show you how you can use your ult economy in a better way to kind of force their ults out and then have an impact on the game where your ult matters the most. Your own ult, not your team's ult. Your own ult will matter the most when the team is winning. This next fight will show you that in a very simple way. You know, let's just go and watch. So you can see as I have ult here, I could have used the ult right then and there, but I did not. I just just wanted to get out. We have 30 seconds. We have to push the cart 20-30 meters, whatever. I tried not to use it. Even I called it out to my team. I remember that I still have my ult saved from the last fight. I didn't use it. My Genji did blade there, but he got no value out of it. So they used the trance over there, I think. So now I have a free shatter because I have a jungle queen. I can just use it for myself. Also, my Zen died very early, so this is completely on me to carry this fight, because I am the only person in the ult. So I try to solo shatter the jungle queen. I got the nano, very important. Get the kill here. Now I can do 2 things. I can be a shield bot right now, or just swing and get some value out of it. I do get another kill and then swing on the Zen who wanted to kick me away, but I still managed to get the kill. And now it's really up to me to get the final blow. The Farah's barrage, I didn't know what it did. I think it got 1 kill, but that's about it. Like, I got the important kills there. If I couldn't get the important kills and I didn't save the shatter for the last fight, I didn't win. I'm just the only person standing on the card there. I'm just the only person standing on the card there. If I don't do that, I just lose. I just lose the fight. And if I don't pull out my shatter at the very end, I lose it again. So ult economy is something that you have to keep in mind. So I saved it for the last fight, used it at the right point, used at the target that would matter. The jungle queen, I could solo shatter her, get 175 instant damage from a close range, and then swing at her, and I got the nano in, so that was a bonus. So I could kill her. I could get the kill on the Kree, I could get on the Cass, I could get the kill on the Zenyatta. And I think that was pretty GG's over there. Again, in that mid fight, couple of other players died, so I had to stand there, hold my shield for as long as I can, and also be alive. So I tried to do that. Plus, you are a guy with 625 HP, so you don't die very easily in close range. So I just stood there and I swung my hammer and I kind of won that fight. So the things that you have to realize is like ult economy also matters. Solo shatters, do it when you have to, and then if you find a way to get bigger shatters, do it. But otherwise, solo shatters are definitely worth of winning, fights, 100%. Next point is very, another very basic thing that I have always done is REIN, swinging. Like swinging your hammer, the most basic thing, like with Reinhardt. Like swinging is actually very overpowered. Like you have 75 close range damage with 1 hammer swing, and 2 hammer swings will give you 150 damage, enough to kill 1 tracer, right? So always, you know, look for situations to swing your hammer. Like when you are like at full HP or close to full HP, like try to swing your hammer as much as possible. So I'll show you one instance of a fight where I'm doing nothing but just swinging my hammer, and I'm legit doing nothing. I'm just swinging my hammer. Don't be afraid to do that. You're a big guy with 625 HP. You can swing your hammer, and that will give you a lot of value. So one such fight where I think swinging your hammer, which will actually get you a lot of kills, a lot of values, will also make a lot of space for your team, and you'll end up winning the fight. You know, very, very important. Like if you you know, realize how important swinging the hammer is. Let's go and watch. So I'm here right now, right, and I am doing nothing right now. I'm just swinging hammer, like basically just doing nothing, just swinging hammer. Swinging hammer on the monkey. There's nothing like a lot that can damage me right now. They have a junk though, but he's not there. He's coming out of spawn, so I was really very spectacle to swing there. So I was swinging because only the junkrat could have done a lot of damage on me, but he was not there. He was in spawn. I had that idea. I was swinging, and now I swing on the Genji. He cannot escape because my swings will reach him. I get the kill instantly. Now I have a shatter ready. What to do? Solo shatter again. Fuck him up. Don't care. Now charge the monkey. Now do nothing. I have legit done nothing this entire fight other than swinging. Yeah, solo shatters also have the last point that I told you. Like solo shatters are important. You have to realize when to do it, when not do it. I'm doing nothing. If you just see, I'm just swinging my hammer. Always keep swinging your hammer. Don't be afraid of swinging your hammer. Now the Mercy has nowhere to go. She cannot no Guardian Angel because she already used it. Now I swing it again. And now what else can I do? I can swing on the Genji because he can always jump up from there and again come out and swing. Never be afraid of swinging. Know your limits, of course, but never be afraid of swinging. Swinging is very OP in this game. Your REIN hammer is very OP in close range. I think one of the best shotgun-esque ability in the game. It's very OP. Always try to swing wherever, and you won't even know who will land on your you know, crosshair and who will, you know, will damage that person, or you end up getting a kill. You know, so always keep swinging at situations when you know that you are not going to take a lot of damage. Try and think if the Ana has already used a sleep or an anti or whatever, and if she has, try and swing as much as you can. If you are still full HP, try and swing as much as you can till you're 200 or 150 HP, and then use your shield because you still have a 1200 shield HP remaining after the all of your health is gone, you know. So swinging is very OP. Keep swinging, and then GG go next. You're going to win most of the battles in that same manner. But do realize there are characters that can cause you a lot of damage. So if they are not around, not on your LOS, then of course swinging is one of the most OP abilities in the game. The next part, very important, you have to realize certain games are unwinnable. Just unwinnable, you can't do much. Your team is just like out of their places and they don't know what to do. They have not played Overwatch, or they just don't know the fundamentals of the game on what to do and what not to do. The main work of a support is to pocket your tank, right? If that doesn't happen for the majority of the game, and if you can't, I don't think majority of the game, I think you can realize in the first 40 seconds, 1 minute that it's not going to happen. So what happens then? You just don't tilt on that game. Just stop trying, or like stop trying hard. You know, try to you know do a few things here and there, but don't try hard because it'll fuck up your mental. Go again next. Fight for the next game. You know, there's certain games that happens. You know, I'll just show you one video where I try to do all the things possible that I always do, but I don't have the, you know, support backup because I don't care about the DPS, right? Because I can kill people. If I don't have the heals, I can't kill people. If I don't have, so if that doesn't happen, like don't stress yourself because those games come and go. So don't worry about those games, right? So we'll see what happens, right? Only one character, if they even wanted to play, they would get flamed. Right. So I'm just going to mute the video and then we'll see what happens. So I'm trying to break the turret here. I hope thankfully someone breaks it, but someone just dies right now. I mean, my support is already dead. I try to get one trade and I do get the trade here. Yeah, right. And now I would expect my Moira to come here, and she's pocketing the Genji for some reason. For I don't know why though. She does the pocket, and I kind of lose, which is okay. Now I'll give it one more shot to see if my team's bad or what's happening here. But we'll see what happens. I think next fight will be better, right? Or at least I Charles Zarya would want someone to help me finish this skill up. No one gets anything on the Zarya. She was charged, by the way, but she manages to escape. Get the kill on the Kiriko now. Now, what am I supposed to do? My Moira just frontlines and dies, and I try to get another trade, which is possible, but I don't have any support. So here I kind of lose it. That's it. That's me losing it, and I realize that there is nothing fruitful going to end up in this game. But again, I have not stopped trying. I have my shatter. I try to win. So I try to solo shatter someone who's causing a lot of problem for my team. I try to see if I can get some value here and there. I don't, because Zarya has used her bubble. Now I try to solo shatter her. No follow up with me. She will get the cleanse. If someone would have shot one bullet, we would have won that. But that doesn't happen. And then in turn, I end up dying again. Right? So, the big story short, you have to realize certain games is just unwinnable. Like, there will be dumb teammates who don't know what to do. You will be doing everything that you can in your possible way to go ahead and win the game, but certain times it doesn't just work out. So identify those games. You will, like in the first, if you just rewind the video and see, in the first 30%, 40%, I realized that the team is just absolutely dog shit. Like, the healers have no idea what they're doing. They're just getting picked off early. Those games, try to see if you can manage certain situations, but don't put your heart and soul into that game, because you're not going to win it. The last point I want to cover in this video, I don't want to make this video like 25 minutes long, but the last point I want to cover in this video is very close to everyone who would have played Overwatch. What do you do? Do you solo queue? Do you duo queue? What do you do? Like, there are certain advantages of both. Like, solo queue is like okay for if you're like, you know, like just not feeling it. Duo queue is okay if you're just feeling it to play with someone. Sometimes solo queue becomes boring, like and sometimes duo queue becomes interesting, and vice versa. So if you have a sane-minded player who can perform at your same level and who can give you values like the same values you're putting in the game, then please prefer duo queue. Otherwise, if you can do it solo queue, here we see I'm doing with DT89. So I'm kind of here. I try to focus on something, but I think the main focus should be Mercy. So yeah, I'll definitely go for her. I'm going for the Mercy here right now. Now I want to kill her. I will definitely kill her. So the space that I've created, I'll need someone to follow it up. Card DT89 definitely follows it up. I'm kind of low there. He dragons it to save my ass, and I kind of get saved there. So the space that I created somehow did, like, we were already losing this game. Right? We are already 1 point down. We are 80%. So we are kind of losing this game. They have cracked players on the other team, like Refund Dust and Riseler on DPS. So that's pretty like stacked lobby for them. So now I kind of course, lost my mech there. My other DPS also popped off here and there. Now I have to get my mech back really fast. But I have this in the back of mind that my DPS, the one that I'm actually doing with, have a certain sense of responsibility on how to win games, right? This is my like GM, like trying to go GM1 game or something like that, right? So we are all very like try hard and shit, trying to do as much as I can, trying to create space, trying to force point. I force point, my Ana dies really early. I'm trying to force point there, so I'm trying to create as much space as possible. I'm trying to swing on people. Now I get one hammer swing on the Hanzo, which becomes really important. I also get a fire strike on the Hanzo, and he dies there. One headshot from the DPS dies there. Card DT89 on, if you see the top right, DT89 is kind of popping off there as well. So it becomes really like challenging, and also at the same time it becomes really fruitful if you kind of duo queue, but make sure if you're duo queuing with someone, you're on the same synergy, so that if you're creating space, they know how to follow it up. Or if you're duoing with a support, they know your game style and they can adapt to it, or you know their game style and you can adapt to them. Both me and DT didn't reach GM1 before these entire sets, so we were both trying to reach and trying our hardest to reach. So if you both can complement each other, of course, go with duo queue. Otherwise, stick to solo queue, learn the game, find a good partner, and then, you know, maybe duo queue. You know, that's about it. That's about the video. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this video helped. I will try and come up with more videos if I can, and I think more videos like this can be helpful in the future, right? And so thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one.